Hi everyone, Haley here from The Foiled Plan. One of my last videos was an unboxing and review of the Htvront Auto Heat Press. So if you are interested in viewing that video, I will be sure to put a link somewhere here as well as down in the description box. If you've watched that video, this one is going to be very similar in style. I'll go over specifications and features of the product. I will let you know my opinion and what I think are some of the pros and cons of having it, and then ultimately whether or not I would spend money to purchase one of these. I'm never going to say you need to go out and buy this right away. These videos are here to share information, and then you can take that information and decide whether or not you want to purchase it. Any of the things that I review, I do leave affiliate links in the description box. If you do want to use that affiliate link to purchase this product, I do receive a small commission from that sale. It's no extra charge to you, but I just like to be transparent about that. Let's go over some of the facts. So I'm going to put up here the price on Amazon and on the Htvront website to purchase this unit at the time of this video. There's this one, which is the white. There is also this sort of tealy blue color. The lowest temp is 210 degrees Fahrenheit. The highest temp is 390 degrees Fahrenheit. It does have an auto shut off feature. So if after 15 minutes you have not used it, it will just completely shut off, which is a really nice feature to have. The pressure auto selects, so you don't have to think about it. You don't have to twist a dial or pull down a handle or anything. It just automatically selects the pressure based on the diameter of whatever you have put into it. So it kind of takes the guesswork out of it. There is also a memory feature in this. So if you're doing a lot of the same project, you can save temperature and time settings so that you can easily access them later on, and it'll just save that. The maximum amount of time is 600 seconds, which is nice for doing sublimation. The maximum diameter of substrate you can put into this is 3.35 inches. This can do cups that have a volume of anywhere from 10 to 30 ounces. Obviously depends on the shape of the cup. And it can press on glass, ceramic, or metal. Anyone that is interested in sort of the electrical side of the unit, it is 120 volts, 60 hertz. The actual size of the unit, it's fairly compact, is 13 inches this way, 11 inches this way, and it is 6.3 inches tall. Also, the shell is made of a heat-resistant material. It's definitely warm. I wouldn't keep my hand on here for an incredibly long time. It also has a big warning on the top of it. So yeah, it does get hot. You're not meant to store things on here. Just like when you're using any sort of heating equipment, you would want to make sure that there's pretty good distance around the whole unit so you're not melting anything else. Like I said, it's a heat resistant material. It's not heat proof. So it can only withstand so much heat for so long before it starts to deteriorate. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna go through pros and cons based on my opinions. So I'll share that with you, and then you can make your decision on whether or not you wanna spend your money on one. Okay, so first things first, aesthetics. They are important to me. Being in my craft room, I like things to look a certain way. It looks very modern, sleek, so I like the way it looks. So that's a pro. Another pro is how quick it is to heat up. I like the functionality of it. The screen is clear to read. The buttons are easy to press. It is a pro to me that the pressure is auto detected so that I don't have to think about it. This might not be a pro for someone that wants to make sure that they have more control over the pressure settings of their machine. What is a pro for me may not be for you. When you've come to 15 minutes, if you haven't used it, it will start beeping to alert you that it is about to turn off. I like that it alerts you. That's another pro. I feel like it did a great job with the skinny tumblers. I think as a first-time user. It was very easy to use. I look forward to exploring more projects with it in the future and really finding the sweet spot for what is going to work best for all of my different variables. So overall, I would say those are my good things to take away from using this. Let's move on to the cons. Hi, sorry. I was just cleaning up my craft room and I apologize. The quality of this audio is probably garbage because I don't have my mic plugged in any longer. But I wanted to mention a pro that I forgot, and that is that it comes with the heat tape and the heat resistant gloves, which is a nice little addition. I will say I do already have a pair of heat resistant gloves and I much prefer those ones. They're definitely a higher quality. So you may down the road want to upgrade to those, but the fact that it comes with those heat gloves is a nice little addition. So another one for the pros. Thanks for listening. Bye. Let's move on to the cons. One of the cons, and this may not matter to you at all, is it's a decent length cord to plug it into the wall, but for me, I wish it was longer because I film YouTube videos. I move all over my craft room and whatever I'm working with usually comes with me if it is a smaller unit. So it's nice to be able to just plug right into the wall, because anything that has a heating element to it, you'd never want to plug that into an extension cord. It needs to go right into your wall outlet. So that's very important. So I do wish the cord was a little bit longer. Another con I would say is it feels like there is not much space in this area here to actually slide something in, so that is a little bit tricky. I do think it's easier to get the skinny tumblers in than say an 11-ounce mug with parchment paper wrapped around it. It's just an ease of use thing. You can only adjust the temperature by 5 or 10 degrees, and sometimes there are very specific pressing instructions for certain substrates. For these ones, they actually recommend pressing at 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, I can never get 356 degrees Fahrenheit in here. I can do 355. If that's something that is very important to you, that you need to have like 1 degree intervals, that's something to keep in mind. I would say the other con is that the heating element as it comes around, when it is on a skinny tumbler, there is still that 1/4 inch, I think it's about a 1/4 inch gapping, which is why you have to flip the tumbler. But that's gonna be a con with every single tumbler press I've ever known, unless you have like the oven style that doesn't have an element that wraps around it. So that's, I would say, a con, but it's straight across the board with any machine that you'll use for this. I feel like that's it. Oh, I did talk about aesthetics a little bit. I would say that I do find it a little odd. I was really hoping that this white would match perfectly to my t-shirt auto press from Htvront, but it is definitely a little bit different, and the buttons are a different white than this, so that kind of throws me off. But again, that's just an aesthetic thing, me being picky. So do with that what you want. So I've given you my pros, I've given you my cons. Now, do I think you should spend your hard-earned money on this? That answer solely depends on what you plan to use it for. So if you are someone that is just sort of an at-home crafter, you're just making tumblers for fun, you do them kind of sporadically, or maybe you have a small business but you're still only doing like a few at a time, I think this would be a great option for you, especially if you mainly do the skinny tumblers, because I thought this was much easier to put in this machine, and just the print overall looks great compared to these. Although I do need to figure out what settings are going to work first before I can really give you an accurate impression on how I like it for mugs. But yes, so I would definitely recommend it for someone like I've just described. If you are someone that is making tumblers and sublimation prints on a commercial grade basis, you are pumping out these cups like your life depends on it, I would upgrade to a commercial unit. I don't think that this is going to be enough for what you need. But also, when you upgrade to that commercial grade unit, the price tag comes with that. So that's something that you have to think about. about, this is gonna be that lower price tag, and this is gonna be a great option for you. I hope this has helped you kind of see what this machine does, how to use it, some pros, some cons. Now you can make an educated decision on whether or not this is gonna be the purchase for you. I don't think you would be disappointed if you added this to your at-home craft room. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's been so long since I've done one of these videos that I like forget how to do intros and outros and all the things that come along with it. And then I just end up rambling. Here we are. I need a snack. I'm trying to remember what I used to say at the end of like all of my videos. This is how long it's been, guys. Anyways. Well, my name is Haley. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a super awesome day, and that's all I'm gonna say. Bye! I got it.